I hear her talking with the occupational therapist about billing me, or billing insurance, and I'm pretty darn sure she's talking about my insurance. Okay, totally something that I would not have agreed to, especially since she changed her evaluation to go with them. There's no way in hell I would have agreed to it if I knew they were going to bill my insurance. No way in hell. I don't care if I didn't have to take any money out of pocket. My insurance does, and that counts against me. So there's no way in hell I would have paid for that, especially since she changed her frickin', I knew she would change it. So, anyway, she's kind of talking about it quietly over in a little corner, and the only reason why she had my billing information was because I was seeing another physical therapist who's Nancy has to do the billing. You are not allowed to take someone's billing information from one physician or, medical thing to another one, regardless if the same person does the billing. There's no way in hell that you can do that. It's totally illegal. Just wrong. I still didn't have proof that they did this. It was just hearsay. I got a notice in my mail from my insurance. Oh God. I made me livid. I did not sign a paper for the occupational therapist to have this information. So therefore, my insurance should not even be billed. Okay? Now, they didn't ask for money on my part, but they did for my insurance. And I put money into my insurance, and they want my insurance to pay for this? For something they wanted? For something that they were going to rig to go along with their thoughts and their ideas? So, no. So as soon as I got that, I called my insurance and I said, I did not authorize this. So then I go into work the next day. And I go in there and I have my papers. And I say, Nancy, I want to talk to you about something. I want to talk to you about this whole thing with the occupational therapist. And I said, I got these notices in my mail from my insurance saying that you billed my insurance for the time that I was with the occupational therapist. And she said, well, yeah. And I said, okay, but why? And she goes, well, because, she was working with you on things, and so we were, it was your time. I said, yes, but you're the one who suggested it. It was not a doctor order. It was not a thing. It was just something that you and Sherry wanted for the workplace. It was not something that I wanted or needed. It was something that you needed. And she said, well, I thought it would benefit you, and I thought that maybe you would like to improve your skills. But apparently I'm wrong. And I said, I do, and I'm working on it on myself. I just kind of let that comment slide, and I shouldn't have, but I did. And I said, okay, I understand that. But here's the thing. You requested it. You and Sherry requested it. And she said, yes. And I said, so you, and she goes, well, don't you think that so-and-so should get paid? And I said, I do. But not from my insurance. And she goes, but we're not asking you to pay. We're just putting it through on your insurance. Not for you. We don't want you to pay for it. And, oh God, it made me so mad. Because I know that. But, she should get paid. And you know who should pay her? You. Yeah, you. Because you're the one that asked for it. So, I realized that they were doing that a lot in their office. I didn't like it. So, she pretty much had me stop doing the billing stuff because she realized that I knew now and that I didn't like it. I didn't agree with their ways. Not to mention it's completely illegal. So, I did some research and I found out that it was illegal, blah, 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 and I was, at this point, I was just going to give up because they were going to look for anything to fire me, and I was just going to quit because there was no way I needed this, but I was going to wait it out for another week and just hold out. And so 2 days go by, and one day she comes in and gives me a gift certificate for the coffee place across the street for who knows, whatever stupid reason. She said it was some secretary day or some stupid thing like that when it wasn't. And gave me a $20 gift certificate. She was being really nice to me. And then the following day, Sherry wouldn't even talk to me all day. She was just being all weird, and I knew something was up. But I was like, well, whatever. I'll just, like I said, I wanted to wait it out for another week. I wanted to go through the billing. I wanted to finish out that next week so I can get one more week's pay. And I was going to hold it strong. I was going to do good, And then at the end of my work day, she lets me work all day. All day. And then she asked me to come into her office right before, and I go in, and she says, so we're going to have to let you go. So she fired me, and she came up with all these bogus reasons, and she had them all typed out, and she thought she was all fancy schmancy, but I had written down, I had like all the stuff. I could have sued her and won and totally done it, but I didn't because I don't want to be one of those people who just sues for the hell of it. Plus, I just didn't want that exposure. Her husband's a lawyer, and my brother is a lawyer, and my brother studied here in Montana, and he knew of him, and he knows like the rating or whatever that other lawyers get. I guess other lawyers rate you, and he's the lowest, one of the lowest rated lawyers, and so I guess he's not well respected.